Right, let's bring you this. Calls for action to be taken against former Road Accident Fund CEO Collins Letsoalo are intensifying. Letsoalo failed to obey a summons issued by Parliament to appear before Scopa on Tuesday and yesterday. His lawyers wrote to Parliament, we understand, on Tuesday night, insisting that the committee is not the appropriate platform to actually question him. Let's speak to one of the members of Scopa, in Alan Beesley. He's with ActionSA and also joins us now live. Alan, thanks for making time to speak to us. Welcome to the SABC News Channel. You've taken a very dim view of Collins Letsoalo's decision, and I think few people are surprised by the fact that it didn't show up yesterday. Help us understand, nonetheless, what some of the more pointed questions you are hoping he would answer are.
Yeah, I mean, we had so many questions to ask him. Under his leadership, the Road Accident Fund is actually imploded. I mean, the key performance indicators, the number of claims actually paid in a year, and since when he started to where it is now, the actual amount of claims actually paid has dropped by 75%. Similarly, the claims registered has dropped by 75%. And in the 5 years, they've received 250 billion of South Africa's money. Every time we put in fuel into a vehicle, we're contributing to the fuel levy. So 250 billion. But extremely concerning for us as ActionSA and also as the Scopa committee is the unrecorded liabilities. They've been using incorrect accounting standards, which have been shown in court to be illegal. And we've estimated, which an actuary has confirmed, is that there's liabilities, unrecorded liabilities of 500 billion in the Road Accident Fund, which is a train crash, and it's going to have a huge impact on the fiscus going forward. So what's happened at the Road Accident Fund has impacted on people who've been denied proper payouts, but also it's going to have a massive impact on the fiscus going forward.
Right, and you know, I do wonder if you can also help us place, Alan, what you reckon is really at stake here. I mean, there's a feeling sometimes that, you know, people can just snub Parliament and there'll be no consequence. And I know part of the big concern for Scopa is that whatever you do next is likely to, in some ways, be precedent-setting.
No, most definitely, it's definitely precedent-setting. And I mean, one of the key feedbacks that I've had in engagements with people is that Parliament is actually a toothless vehicle. It's just a talking shop. You know, we have all these commissions, all these inquiries, and nothing actually happens. You know, the corrupt aren't being put in orange overalls. So from an ActionSA's perspective and from my perspective, personally, we're going to make sure that action is taken and that Mr. Letsoalo, if he doesn't appear, does get placed in orange overalls. Now, I asked the Auditor General, I think about a year ago, what is the one thing that she would want to see to bring accountability into South Africa's public service? And she said for those who breach the law to be put in orange overalls. And until that happens, you know, Parliament is just a talking shop. So if he doesn't appear, and it appears unlikely that he is, he must face the full might of the law and get put in orange overalls.
Yeah. Collins Letsoalo's, let's call it defense, has always been quite clear. He believes that Scopa has no locus standi, in other words, has no authority to be conducting this investigation. I know there's been more pointed allegations against the chairperson, who's accused of being both the referee and a player in all of this. My question really, in a very roundabout way to you, Alan, is whether or not you feel Scopa is prepared to go toe-to-toe with this man who's very clear, even on an interview on the SABC, that he's not going to take this lying down.
Yeah, we're very, you know, welcome to go. We're happy to go toe to toe with them. You know, we've consulted. We've got a legal person on board. We've consulted with the speaker. So it's a decision that Scopa hasn't taken lightly to lay criminal charges, or the speaker will ultimately make the call. But we're very happy to go to toe. And what is quite, you know, ironic in all of this, he said no, he's got nothing to hide. He wants to clear his name, but when he's given the opportunity to come and clear his name, he's running, he's ducking. You know, it's a typical sign of a bully. When a bully gets shown up, you know, they're nowhere to be seen. And yeah, if he's got nothing to hide, why doesn't he come and appear before Scopa?
Yeah, that's a question that's been asked multiple times. At the end of the day, Scopa is going to have to release some kind of report. You've spoken to a number of people. My understanding is that you're going to move on in any case, even if it doesn't show up. The question becomes, how worried are you about the credibility of whatever report that Scopa is able to cobble up together with the absence of Collins Letsoalo's voice, if you know what I mean?
No, I think we will come up with a very credible report and a very credible way going forward. I mean, Collins Letsoalo, it's important for him to get the opportunity to clear his name. So it's more about him actually, giving reasons for why he's acted in a particular way. So, I mean, it's quite bizarre. I mean, the courts are against him, the courts ruled the board, so everybody's ruled against him. This was just an opportunity for him to clear his name, to give reasons why he's made such disastrous decisions in the road accident fund. And yeah, we will proceed without him. I think there's up 2,000 pages of documents we've got. Our next level will be the board and then to the various ministers of transport. So we've been working our way up from the bottom staff to eventually to the board and the ministers of transport. So we followed a particular process, but this was an opportunity for Mr. Letsoalo to clear his name, and he quite clearly doesn't want to do that.
Yeah. Is everybody else cooperating?
Everybody else was cooperating. Apparently, one or two have come a little bit kicking, but they
what a pity.
have cooperated with Mr. Collins Letsoalo. And
sorry there, Alan, we had lost you for a moment there. Continue.
You have appeared have actually cried because of the bullying that they've received at the hands of Collins Letsoalo. So he's the only one so far who hasn't appeared.
All right, fair enough. Alan Beesley, thanks very much indeed for speaking to us. The line letting us down there towards the end, but I think the point is still well made. Alan Beesley is a member of Scopa, also, of course, with the ActionSA party.